Yeah, glad you're here.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about essential oils made easy, and we have this really lovely slide presentation for you. And let me see if I can put your pictures down here. And we'll go through the slides. Plus, we're going to talk to you about some of the new kits that are available. And as we are going through class, if anything comes up, if you have any questions, we're happy to hear them from you. And we want you to share this information. So Rosemary was just saying that it's really nice to have people on the call. And if you're not here, raise your hand. Now, if you're not here, you're really missing out. And so even if you get this replay and you feel like there's somebody that needs to have this information, please feel free to share it with them. Okay, so moving on. So the goal of this class is to talk to you about some things about essential oils that we think are really cool and 3 ways to use them and how to get them into your home. We are going to do a giveaway, but we were going to do that for people that brought friends. I think if you saw that in my email. So we're just giving away love and affection today for you all. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 cool things about essential oils. And the first thing that we want you to know is that they are safe. They are made from nature. You are a part of nature, and your body recognizes the natural compounds in essential oils. So they slip easily into your skin and right through those cell walls to make cellular changes from head to toe. And they get into your body within minutes to make those changes. And we're promoting here peppermint essential oil that comes to us all the way from Washington State. So our essential oils are sourced all over the world, and I always love to know where they come from. So they are 100% natural. There are no side effects and no addictions unless you just are passionate and crazy about your essential oils, like Kimberly's oil junkie. So that is her addiction. And they are called certified pure therapeutic grade, although I think that therapeutic is actually changed now to tested, certified pure tested grade, and they are pure and potent. And they had to take the word therapeutic out to satisfy the FDA. So how many of us are using peppermint essential oil?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course, right? So can you tell me some of the ways that you're using your peppermint oil?
When I have a shower in the morning, I sprinkle a bunch of peppermint oil, 10 drops or so on the bottom of my shower away from the water so that the steam of the shower opens up my sinuses.
Nice.
Eucalyptus as well. Either
nice.
Yeah.
What a beautiful, like you're having a spa experience. Good for you. I love that. I love it. So peppermint essential oil is really good for me when I have that little fur ball that accumulates in my throat. And I just put a drop of that peppermint right there in that sternal notch. And it seems to just open my airways up and clear out that phlegm. It's just amazing. Anybody else have a suggestion for peppermint?
I use the beadlets, and I use them sometimes before I eat a heavy meal. And it helps me digest my food. Also, if I have to wear a mask anywhere, I put one of those in and I'm inhaling it. It's like your own little shower. And I do have a diffuser with peppermint and On Guard in my shower. I also use the peppermint enteric coated beadlets, and I take one of those a day for autoimmune disease. And it helps with my second brain, my stomach.
Very nice.
It was actually recommended by my doctor. And he said, do you know how to get the enteric coated? And I said, yes, doTERRA sells them. And so I was so excited. They are therapeutic. So I use it all the time. I'd carry all of these with me everywhere I go.
So here's some great ideas to use the essential oil topically. You can use this internally and aromatically.
And one last thing for peppermint, guys. I don't know if anybody gets the hiccups, but I'm telling you, 1 drop on your tongue if you have the hiccups. Gone.
I love it.
That does work. I've actually shared that with somebody. I was in a shop and the girl working behind the counter had the hiccups and she said she always gets them. And I got out my peppermint. She said, oh, that's not going to work. 20 seconds later, she's like, my hiccups are gone.
I didn't even know that. I get the worst hiccups.
Oh yeah,
it's the worst. They hurt me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take it out of that little bottle. You just put it on your tongue.
Yep. Just one drop of oil on your tongue, and then you can drink a little bit of water, and it works instantly.
Nice.
I didn't
So
even
many
know
great
that.
uses
Thank
for
you.
peppermint.
See, we all learn from each other. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. We really do. We really do.
I
So the
love-
second thing that I want you to know about essential oils is that they are hugely effective. I mean, I think we can all have testimonial after testimonial about how maybe surprisingly effective you might find them to be, especially when you first start using essential oils. You can't believe how well they work. And I think it's such a great idea to use essential oils before you try Western medicine, before you use an over-the-counter or prescription medication, because they really do work so well. And here we're promoting our On Guard essential oils. So many great ways to use On Guard: sliced apples, 1/4 cup of water, and 1 or 2 drops of On Guard. And it's just a great little healthy snack. This is one that you can take internally. You can use aromatically and use it topically. Anybody else have a suggestion for On Guard?
I like it for sore throats, and I have the mouth rinse here because I love it. So if you want to boost your mouth rinse, you can use doTERRA's, but also if you get a tickle in your throat, you can do a little shot glass and add a little bit more and just gargle with it and spit it out.
Perfect.
And it helps
Excellent.
with scratchy throat. Yeah.
Thanks, Carrie. And then
It's also-
oops, sorry.
Toothache, if you don't have clove, you can put the
Mhm.
on around a tooth infection or whatever until you can get to the dentist.
That's true
Excellent.
because it has clove in it. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well, and the
And-
toothpaste is really good too.
It is.
What
the
on
toothpaste.
the
I love
toothpaste?
Is that Rebecca?
Yes,
It's
yes.
my favorite. I had it here too. So thank you for mentioning
Yes,
it. I'll be
so-
your Vanna.
And I just got the mouthwash, so I haven't tried it yet. So
It's
Oh, good.
wonderful.
Yeah, I think you'll
Great.
like it. Yeah. And
It's awesome.
the last thing that I want you to know about the 3 cool things about essential oils is that they're affordable. They're pennies per drop, and they last a very long time. We keep them in these dark amber bottles so that they don't get degraded by sunlight. But you really will find many, many uses for them. And the lavender is kind of the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. It's so great for so many different things. If you're in the kitchen and you I told this to a friend one time: if you get a little cut on your finger from slicing a tomato or something, you can put a drop of lavender on the cut and it seals it right up. And she called me in a bit of a panic and she left a message on my cell phone and she said, "What was that essential oil that I'm supposed to use if I cut my finger?" I called her back and left her a message and I said, "Well, it was lavender oil, but remember, stitches work too." So just make
Yeah.
sure you're doing the right thing for your body. Lavender is wonderful because it's all things calming. It's great for your skin. It's good for your mood. It's just a lovely essential oil. Everybody should have lavender in their bag of tricks. Anybody have any other ways of sharing lavender or using lavender?
On the pillowcase.
Nice. Yeah, that's a nice one. So just put a couple of drops in your hands and rub it on your pillowcase and you'll just take them in. So I think Kimberly's going to talk to us about 3 cool ways to use your oils.
Absolutely. So aromatic, obviously, I was joking earlier about my habit, my addiction, and it is huffing oil from the bottle. To me, there's nothing better than that. And there are easier ways to do it as well. And, the minute I open up a bottle of oil, it totally affects my mood instantly. It either calms me or it excites me or it wakes me up or whatever it is that I need at that moment. Or it opens up my sinuses. So aromatically is just incredible. So having diffusers is a wonderful way. I have a diffuser probably in every room in my house and in both my car and my van. I've got those little USB plug-in diffusers. And I'm telling you, it's so nice when people get in my car, they go, "Oh, your car always smells so good," or "Your van always smells so good," or "Your house always smells so good." And it's just, yeah, it's wonderful. And it's a natural way to do it. And people will say, "Well, I burn candles." And it's like, not the same. Candles give off a lot of toxic material. And so I really recommend, if you ever go into somebody's house that has candles burning, teach them that there's a better way and show them how to have a diffuser and some oils. It's great. So calming, relaxing, reducing stress, tension. We're talking about adaptive here. That's a wonderful aromatic oil to just kind of bring you down if you are stressed. Just take a huff from that, put a little bit on your wrists, take it in, and just kind of brings you down like 10 notches instantly. There's several oils that do that. Is there anybody else that would like to share an oil that they like to aromatically take in and what it does for them?
I love my rose oil. I use rose quite a bit, and I just find that it just, I don't know, it just uplifts me and calms me down at the same time. It just brings me into myself a little bit.
Right.
Mhm.
Awesome. Anybody else?
I say balance and adaptive are one of my favorite when I'm going to go into a situation or driving in crazy traffic. And those are in my purse. And I do use them for autoimmune, the balance. So yeah.
Great.
Thanks. We all go through phases, don't we, with what we want to smell at times. And I agree. Rose is so lovely, and balance has been around for me forever. But every once in a while, I open up a new oil. I like to go through my oils and just open up a bottle and go, God, I haven't really smelled that in a long time. And I'll just open it up and I'll go, and all of a sudden you can fall in love with a new oil that you hang out with. And so I highly recommend that, girls. I know all of you have a stash, so that you haven't used in a while, and just huff it aromatically and see what happens. So that's the first cool way to use oils. The second cool way is topically. And when I say topically, it's putting it on, just like I said, putting it on your wrist, your pulse points. You can put it on the back of your neck, behind your ears, just like a perfume. You can wear our oils. As a matter of fact, this new Malama, I don't know who else has purchased it. And I don't know, Rose, if they have it in Canada or not, but Malama, it's the
It
special
smells so good.
if they do get it, because it's a limited time offer and it is beautiful. And it's all these different oils that they harvest in Hawaii. And doTERRA is in the midst of reforesting, and like they brought the sandalwood trees back, the sandalwood forest back to fruition in Hawaii. And that's one of the beautiful things doTERRA does, is they really help preserve these beautiful plants and trees and such. So Malama is just a gorgeous blend for Mother's Day. And I've been just carrying it around with me, huffing it and putting it in my diffuser. And Wade took me to dinner. We went out for actually a nice dinner the other night, and I actually put nice clothes on. It was like the first time. And so I put my Malama all over me, and I walked in and we sit down at the chair in our booth, and the gal says, "Excuse me, what are you wearing?" And I had my, essential oils, because I figured she didn't know what it was. She says, "I thought so." She says, "I could smell, but I don't recognize the scent." And I said, "Well, it's doTERRA. I don't know if you're familiar with." She says, "Oh my God, I love doTERRA. I have all of it." And I said, "Well, this is the new Malama." And she says, "Oh my gosh, I never heard of that." And I said, "It's brand new, and you better get it quick." And she was just all over me. She said, "That's so amazing." So topically is wonderful. When we wear it, we get to share it with others, and they get to benefit from us wearing it as well, right? Topically, sometimes there's some oils that can be a little tricky, and people, if you have sensitive skin, then you might want to use a fractionated coconut oil or carrier oil to put it on your skin. Lemongrass, there's some oils, oregano, that are hot, cinnamon, that if you're using that on your skin, you want to just make sure you dilute it a little bit. So Deep Blue is one that it's made specifically for topical use. Deep Blue is not really one that you'd put in your diffuser and you'd huff, and you certainly aren't going to drink it. Okay. So it's specifically for topical, and our Deep Blue now with the Deep Blue stick that they made actually has copaiba in it, and it is my favorite. Oh my God, I've got one in my bedroom and in my purse and in my van, because I always seem to have achy issues, and it is the best. And we can actually say now that Deep Blue calms arthritis and aches and pains legally, because we got the FDA approval. That's how powerful doTERRA just keeps on working on the products and creating just amazing things for us. So that's topically. You can put it anywhere. You can put it on your feet. it'll, absorb into your bloodstream very quickly, as Wendy had said, just within minutes. And so you can also use it like peppermint to calm down your fever. So, and the third and last way to use essential oils is internally. And when I say internal, I always let people know that only with doTERRA, because sometimes people go, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And when they say that, if they're at a class, a lot of times people may have picked up an oil from a grocery store or somewhere. So always just make sure that when you tell somebody you can take them internally, it's doTERRA specific. So lemon oil is wonderful. I'm sure most of you have added it to your water. You can put it in veggie caps. You can put a drop under your tongue. You can put it on top of your tongue for sore throat. You can gargle with it. As a matter of fact, right now, I just was drinking my allergy cocktail, and because everything's blooming right now, so that's 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of lavender. And I just sip on that and let it coat my throat, and boy, it just instant relief. There's a couple of other great oils. Lemon is a great cleanser for your body. It's great for your liver and your kidneys as well. And it's a great cleanser for your home. And if you ever just get tired of drinking lemon, which I did at one point because that's all I drank, there's so many other wonderful oils that you can put in your water. On Guard's one of them. I love On Guard in my water, but grapefruit is really yummy. If you've never tried the grapefruit in your water, it's wonderful. And you get great internal benefits from any of those citrus oils. So those are my 3 cool things.
Okay.
So Carrie? Or
Yeah, I think Carrie, you were going to talk to us about a few of your favorites.
Okay. Well, frankincense is amazing because it's the oil for everything, right? It's the oil when you don't know what to use, you pick this up. And the
Yep.
one thing that I really like about frankincense is that it seems for me, especially with the autoimmune, to boost the other oils that I use. Peppermint does this for me. Frankincense does this for me. And so does copaiba. And I know I probably say that funny. Do you guys say copaiba or copaiba?
I
well,
say
it is
copaiba.
actually pronounced copaiba in Brazil.
Copaiba, okay.
Copaiba.
Yeah, I say it funny every time. So frankincense is one of the oils that calms people. It's good for anti-aging. And actually, if you've ever had an infection like around your sinuses or even around your eyes, I don't know if you ladies wear mascara, but I do occasionally, and I like the waterproof. So sometimes I get makeup in my eyes, and I actually will take the frankincense and rub it around my eye bone. And I drink it in my water. It tastes different. You have to try it in a small sample, but I like it in my water with On Guard and with lemon. I'm a little bit crazy that way. So if I feel like I'm getting sick, I put those in my water. Copaiba is one of Dr. Hill's favorites, right? He talked about that, and there's several videos. You can Google that. It is an antioxidant, and it helps calm the nervous system. And for people who have heart issues, digestive issues, I didn't know how important this was. So I would recommend looking this up to see how it would benefit you, Rosemary, because you were talking about that. But I've been using this as an adjunct to whatever oils I was loving and putting it on my neck for my thyroid. I've been putting it on my feet. And I have noticed a difference. And for me, it gives me more energy, better sleep. I have a little less inflammation, and I'm not quite sure why, because I use a lot of oils. So
Is that
just something to notice. Yeah.
Fiber
Pardon me?
for the thyroid? Because I'm hypothyroid as well.
Yeah. And I think we're going to go over that in a future class. I love that you were talking to Wendy and Kimberly about that. But yeah, it boosts all the other oils. And
Okay.
so I use oils 3 times a day in my thyroid.
Okay.
And so I add that to it. Yeah. Does anyone else use frankincense or copaiba right now
Yes.
in other ways?
Yes. I
Yes.
just had, between us girls, I just had a urinary tract infection. And I put 2 drops of frankincense, 6 drops of oregano, and 6 drops of On Guard in a veggie cap. And the instructions were to take it 3 times a day for 10 days.
Okay.
The second time I took the capsule, my symptoms were gone.
Wow. That's a
For
beautiful
face,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
I've gotten rid of 2 urinary tract infections in my lifetime of using oils, and it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing, isn't it? How quickly it works,
I
Wendy?
couldn't believe how I just was blown away. And then it did say to take it for 10 days, but of course, you know, my symptoms were gone. So I'm like, yay, I'm healed. And then a couple of days later, the symptoms came back. I was like, okay, I'll take them again. But now it's
So
gone.
you-
Yeah, it was
You said that
amazing.
you put the frankincense and kabaya and oregano?
2 drops of frankincense, 6
Okay.
drops of On Guard,
Okay.
and 6
On
drops
Guard,
of
okay.
oregano, which is actually a lot of oregano. It's a ton of oregano.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was like thinking. Oh my gosh,
lot.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Does the-
And so one of the things I noticed when I took that was I felt like I had, you know, when you take an antibiotic and you get like a little cramping in your stomach, I could actually feel that. And so if you feel like it's too much, you could maybe cut back on the number of drops of the oregano.
Okay.
But it really was very, very effective. And make sure you drink plenty of water so you flush
Oh,
them.
guys, I just got a notification that Malama is sold out.
I have
Oh,
it here. I just
no.
found it. I found it on my Canadian one just now.
Do you
Okay.
call it La Mama? or something?
Malama.
It
Yeah, but in
comes with
Canada, they
the,
call it La Mama.
La Mama. La Mama.
it comes singly here and it comes with the pilot diffuser as well.
Yes, I highly recommend it, Rose. You'll love it. It's so
On my order as we speak.
Yeah, I ordered 2 bottles and I'm grateful. And I thought, oh, maybe I should order another. Well, it's gone in the US market, no more.
It
So
smells
is
so
it sold
pretty.
with the pilot at all, or is it out with the pilot too?
It just says with, I just ordered it separately on my son's order and
Okay.
it says it's sold out. So
Okay.
Aw.
All right, I'm going to go on to the next slide,
Okay.
Carrie.
And also Breathe is, I don't know, when we first went to one of the conventions, doTERRA had a huge tent and it looked like a big worm and you could walk through it and they had humongous diffusers with Breathe in it. And I thought, this is kind of funky and weird. And as I walked through it, it was Breathe and I was ready to run in. I'm like, I just want to jump in here. And I walked all the way through and I couldn't believe, this was before COVID and before masks, how wonderful my airway was by the time I got to the end of the tent. And I wish they would do that every year. It was amazing. Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember that. That might have been before my time.
Oh, it was wonderful. I'm like, I immediately came home and that was one of the oils that I had in my kit and I wasn't using it. So DigestZen it opens up your alveoli. So for people who have all kinds of breathing issues, it can be from COPD to also wearing masks right now. We're limited. I went on a plane, I had to wear a mask. And so this is one of my favorite oils. If you don't have Breathe, you can use peppermint, but I definitely recommend Breathe for many different things. And it does clear away a lot of your phlegm, but sometimes people take On Guard or they'll take Breathe and they feel like they're clearing their lungs a lot, but just know this, it's getting gunk out of your lungs. So spit it out, get it out of there so you don't get infections. So I have noticed that with some people. DigestZen is my husband's favorite. He carries it around. He smells like DigestZen all the time and I love the smell. But if you rub it around your belly button, it helps with digestive issues. And I thought I caught doTERRA when I first started using this because I looked in the book and it said it's good for, diarrhea and it's good for constipation. I'm like, okay, I caught them. They have the same answer for 2 different things. And what I realized once I researched it is that it balances your gut. So if you have either one, you can use it. If you have nausea, car sickness, you can use it. This is one that you can take before you eat a heavy meal, after you eat a heavy meal. I put a couple drops in my mouth if I feel like the peppermint that I use isn't working enough. A hidden use for this oil is one time I had a sinus infection. I don't get them very often, but the oils that I was using weren't opening up my airway and I did not want to get on antibiotics. So somebody told me to put Digessan just around the nostrils here, and then to put it on your forehead, although try and do it high. If you're sweating, it's not good to go in your eyes. And I couldn't believe it. It ate up the phlegm.
Oh,
And,
oh,
and
no
so
kidding.
I've used that as I use it in addition to my lemon lavender
Wow.
peppermint when I have
Hmm.
allergies. Yeah,
Interesting. Okay, good. Thank you for that.
you're welcome. Does anyone
mean,
else want to comment on how they use these two oils?
So I'm up again to talk to you about the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And this is the most popular product that is in doTERRA's product inventory, which surprised me when I first learned about that. And I think that, as all of us know by now, that we really need to be responsible for our health. And the first line of defense is to make sure that you're feeding every cell. And that's what Lifelong Vitality is all about. It is going to provide you with the vitamins, nutrients, essential fatty acids, and all of the compounds that protect your cellular health in these three particular products that come in one pack. The alpha COS, I always tell people when I review the Lifelong Vitality Pack, that alpha CRS is the money. So of all three of these products, the alpha is really the one that's the most cost is in this particular product. Its top uses are for pain and inflammation, arthritis, osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, foggy brain, cirrhosis, jaundice, cellular repair, fatigue, mood, and cancer prevention. So it's worth taking just all on its own. But of course, it's meant to be taken as a threesome, as a pack. The Microplex VMZ are your food nutrient compounds. And that's worth noting that these are not synthetic versions of vitamins and minerals. These are actually coming to you from food. And so the capsules are actually a pretty large size. You can see them there at the bottom of the image, and well worth taking. And so sometimes people might have a hard time swallowing these. I don't know if anybody else has any suggestions, but that could be something we could talk about. My mom has a hard time swallowing these pills because they're so big. And I think as you get older, your throat kind of closes a little bit. Maybe somebody can talk to me about that, but she needs to take it with food. So she'll, take a bite of, maybe her oatmeal, and then she takes the capsule. And moving on to XE Omega, that is the omega-3, 6, and 9. So it's a balanced essential oil fatty acid complex. And I want you to think about omega-3s in particular as the anti-inflammatory. Inflammation acts like a switch in your body. It's either turned on or it's turned off. And for most of us, we're living with lots of inflammation. And that's a big no-no, as we all know. Inflammation is the basis of many of our age-related diseases. So taking a fatty acid can move the needle in the right direction. But of course, you want to make sure that you're eating a very healthy and clean diet. Eat your plants. So back to my question, does anybody have any suggestions on helping people take these when they feel like they can't swallow very well? Yeah.
You could take in, they're little capsules, you can twist them and take the powder out and put it in the food. And you can poke the XEO Omega and squeeze the oil out if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. And maybe just put it in yogurt or something like that. So there's not much of a flavor to those
yogurt and oatmeal
products.
There's a little flavor, but yogurt might be a good thing because it's
okay.
Thick. Yeah.
Good. I'm going to suggest that to her. Thank you so much. Anybody using the Lifelong Vitality Pack?
I am.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
great. So some of the things that I noticed when I started taking it was my skin got very soft. It just felt like my skin really was very nourished. And my hair also seemed like it grew faster. My fingernails, anybody notice that kind of stuff? And that, to me, it tells me that my body is healthy enough that it can spend energy on the window dressing. Right?
Window dressing, I like that.
I love that.
So what does anybody else notice when they take their Lifelong Vitality Pack?
Lower pain with the alpha CRS. I don't run out of that. And I did run out of the oils once and out of these. And I'll tell you, I'll never do it again.
Oh, wow. So that was a lesson, huh?
Yeah, a huge difference. And I now take them. I used to split it because I was trying to save money and take only half of what they recommend. It still worked for years, but now I take 2 in the morning and 2 at night.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to bring up too, that the dosage is to take 2 of each one of these capsules in the morning with breakfast, and then again in the evening with dinner. And you can experiment with that a little bit to see what works for you and what works for your body. I typically just take mine in the morning, and that just seems to be enough. Great. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. We've kind of been doing this as we've been going through class tonight, but if you have any other information that you want to share with us, whether it be a testimonial from a product or your health concerns, we're happy to hear from you. And I'm going to go on. Let's see.
Or if you've shared oils with someone, we'd love to
Yeah,
hear,
let's talk about that.
sharing oils with somebody that's, a neighbor, a friend, or at a, a party, at a dinner party. Of course, with COVID the last couple of years, we haven't been doing a lot of those.
Right.
But, now I think people are getting out more and doing stuff. I know we are. And it's a great opportunity for you to have your Digestin and your Deep Blue and, a few oils with you at all times, because somebody's always got an ache or a pain. Somebody's always got a headache. Somebody's always got a stomach ache or ate too much. And so it's a great opportunity to, pull something out and say, here, try this in your water. Or somebody will get the hiccups, right? Now you know what to do. It's like, here. And it's kind of like a parlor trick, actually. That's how I look at it. When you pull out that peppermint and you give it to them, and they are like in shock because they got rid of the hiccups so quickly, it's like the talk of the party.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, and there's some oils that are really worth keeping in your bag. Does anybody carry essential oils with them? Do they keep them in a little pouch, or how do you carry yours with you, Carrie, when you bring them with you?
I have a cooler all the time. I have my little zipper bag that I carry in my tiny purse. And then I have a big, huge one that goes in my cooler bag. And then I have a spray, lemon, lavender, peppermint, and then whatever else I want that day. I mean, they do not, I went on my trip and I took more oils than I did clothes.
I believe you. I believe you. Did you have to check the bags? Did you?
I checked it. Yeah, I did carry my mini. Yeah,
I usually just carry everything. Like I hate to check my bags, and I carry more essential oils than anything else. And I'm like banging and clanging all the way through TSA, and they never stop me. So I guess it's okay to bring them through.
I paid $70 to check a bag because I wanted my oils.
Yeah, well, good for you. A great peace of mind that you had them with you.
Yeah.
And I love how dedicated you are. You keep them in a cooler bag. Tell us about
I have
that.
to, because we live in Nevada, so who knows, but we live a little out of town. So I carry a bag with me, and they come with me, and it goes right in. So
I love it.
Because when I travel in the van, I bring my big bag. It holds almost 100 oils in it. And so I have a soft sided bag that I picked up at Walmart, and I just have those little frozen, freezer packs. And those are in my fridge in my van. But if I go somewhere and it's a hot day and my oils are sitting in my van, I don't want them to. So I just take the whole pack and I just stick it in that soft cooler, and I grab one of those little ice packs out of there, and I know they're going to be just fine.
yeah.
And you're making me think that I did hear, maybe it was a Facebook post, that people are actually keeping their essential oils in their refrigerator. Did anybody hear anything like that or have any recommendations? I don't think you need to do that. That's a little extreme. But if it's a hot day, you do want to protect the integrity of the oils. So yeah. And how about you, Rosemary? Do you bring your essential oils with you when you're out and about during the day?
I usually have a few too. The last class that I was at, we made a few oils that we put together, and I mean, I'm always finding them in this pocket, in that pocket. I'm like, oh, that's where this is. Or
I know.
I didn't have to order this. I have one of those. So I just kind of have them in pockets and purses and everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make the rollers. I make the rollers, and I have like a separate pocket in my purse that I'll have like 3 or 4 different rollers in there. So
that's great. That's so convenient to have the rollers with you. That's nice. Are you like Kimberly? Do you actually label your rollers, or do you allow it? Oh, see,
No,
Kimberly
I
doesn't
have to
label.
because, well, and I keep thinking, oh, I'm gonna make it in this color because I have those like, they're like 3 different shades. There's a
Yes.
purple and it kind of goes to pink, and then there's a blue that, and I tried not labeling them. And it's like, oh my God, what did I put in that one? But my citrus one, I keep in my orange little roller. So that way I'm trying to keep it, color coded. But
I love it.
yeah,
Usually
but
what
I
do
love them.
is
And then
I
when,
take- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm just gonna say my family, they always know that I have a roller of something like to motivate them or to calm them down. One of the ways.
Love it.
you, Rebecca. That's great. Well, I've been carrying this one with me everywhere. So I teach Pilates classes, and I teach people how to manage pain by caring for their fascia. And the deep blue stick has been such a great little tool to have in my bag. And anytime I'm teaching a class, I'll always ask if anybody's in pain today, and I'll pull it out. And I've gotten a lot of people very interested in this product. And I met with a neighbor just a couple of weeks ago, and I could see that she was dealing with some rheumatoid arthritis. I could see it in her hands. And so I shared some of this with her, and she became a believer. She had her aha moment with the deep blue stick. So it's a
Nice.
great product. So it's nice to be able to have them in your purse, not only to help yourself feel better, but then you have that to offer to somebody that's in need.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine's in my purse always.
I
Mhm.
love that.
Yeah.
I carry the
Oh.
rub because we don't have the stick.
Oh, not yet.
Yet?
So I
Not
carry
yet.
the rub with me
Yeah,
everywhere I go.
That's good too. Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
that's
have
excellent.
Canada.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
But you know what? I never worry about that kind of stuff because I can always just switch over and I can order stuff from the States too.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
So
Good.
it doesn't matter, whatever I can't get here, I can get there.
Awesome.
Oh,
Like
great,
the
great.
lozenges, the breathe one.
Oh, yes.
I can't get those here, so I order them when I put in a US order.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
great. That's
Good
great.
idea.
To have the option, yeah.
Great,
Just-
great, great.
Does everyone have that option, Kimberly? I didn't even think about that.
I'm sure you can order from the Canadian one.
Okay.
Because when you go to your thing, it shows you the Canadian flag and the US flag for me.
Okay.
And I just have to make sure I phone them so that I don't get the repeat order.
Oh, I
To
see.
make sure they know that I don't have 2 LPR orders or whatever.
Right.
Yes.
Just don't
I-
cancel that one now. Cancel it now. Otherwise I'll be getting it next month, right?
I
Yeah.
was thinking of Malama.
Yeah, no
ordered-
kidding.
And by the way, there's this month, Magnolia is 10% off.
Oh,
So it's a lovely oil. I got this
It is
beautiful necklace that holds a little oil. And a while back, doTERRA had these little, it was, I think, a Christmas gift or something. And they had the Magnolia, the, jasmine. I can't remember the program, but these little teeny bottles, right?
yeah.
So
They had Rose. They had Rose.
Rose, Magnolia, Neroli, and one other.
Jasmine.
It was jasmine. So anyway, it's so funny that I pulled off my Magnolia, and so I've been using it in my little necklace. So it's around my neck all the time.
Mm.
And I swear I get little whiffs of it throughout the day. And it's just
Nice.
a beautiful, beautiful oil. And there's actually Magnolia in the Malama as well.
That's what I smell in there. I have a sample and it smells so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got the sample.
It's nice. I was going to give it away and then I thought, no, I'm just going to share it. But then I thought, no, I'm going to keep it.
I have
Here it
2.
is, your personal fragrance. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is. So any questions at all? I know, Rose, you were talking at the beginning of our class that there's so much great information on these classes, and I'm so glad you're getting benefit from it. And we're going to, we're always trying to think of new ideas, and we've done cocktail classes. Maybe it's time for another cocktail class too. That was really fun with our face masks. Remember that? I don't know that Rebecca and Leah were on that one. It was really
No.
fun. You could do
That was fun. I'm going to do one with some friends in a couple, probably next week or so, but she's not drinking right now. She's taking a break. So we're calling it mocktails and mud masks.
That's good.
And another idea that I had too, we could do the aroma touch hand massages.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of you guys have not experienced that. And if you get your orders in this month by the 15th, 125 PV LRP order, at least in the US, I'm not sure if I think it's the same in Canada this month. You get Aroma Touch oil, and it's a lovely, lovely oil. And we can do the Aroma Touch massage. We'll show you how to do that. And it's such a beautiful thing to do and to give to somebody. And it literally just takes a couple of minutes. And and so what a fun thing to do for a friend. And so if you could invite a girlfriend or anybody to class and we could do it on each other, how fun would that be?
Let's do that. That's a great idea, Kimberly. Yeah, let's do that. I'm writing that in my notebook.
Awesome.
I like that. I did one on my husband this morning.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
because he woke up with a knuckle that wasn't like arthritic, and I love the Aroma Touch oil. I don't know why, it's interesting, but all of them do different things, because people say, why would, what oil should I use? And it's like, well, you try what you have first, but the Aroma Touch is a very unique oil, and it really works on depth and pain. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
So our next class is scheduled to be Tuesday, May 17th. Is that right? And I think the topic
Yes.
will be autoimmune. Is that what we want to do? I think it'll be a great topic for us to do.
Yeah.
Might take us a little bit of research, but it'd be worth doing. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
this-
going to
All
talk about the thyroid.
please. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Well, and Wendy too, we're doing a weekend class as well, the Sunday.
Yes, we are. We're going to be doing the same topic. Is that right? The same topic on May
May 15th.
15th.
Is it the 15th?
I think it's the following Sunday, the
I
20th.
thought it was the 22nd,
Second.
but
Okay,
We-
yeah, maybe
The
that's right.
22nd. So
Yeah,
you
we
have a
can
choice.
come-
You can come to the Tuesday night class, or you could come to a Sunday afternoon class. So it'll be 4 o'clock on the Pacific Coast and 7 o'clock for us here in Florida.
May 22nd is the date.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so either day,
Posting
but
that
it'll
as
be the same class.
So we'll be doing, probably throw in a Sunday class at least once a month. So sometimes that works better for people, especially that are on the East Coast. It's hard. It's 6 o'clock Pacific is 9 o'clock
Mm.
East
I
Coast.
know. Sometimes I have my pajamas on.
That's okay. Anyway,
Oh, well, it was nice to see everybody tonight.
Well, thank you.
Thank
to see
you.
everybody
Thank you
too.
very much.
thanks
Yes,
for.
thank you.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you, girls.
Hey, you too. Good night.